Hey guys, my name is Lauren and I'm a psychic medium and animal communicator, and today I want to talk to you guys about the 4 most important times I think that you should go see an animal communicator for your pet. And this kind of stemmed out of, I've had a lot of clients that have called me and are like, I'm not sure if this is enough that I feel like I should reach out to an animal communicator, or if this is just silly. And they're kind of timid as to when they should be talking to an animal communicator and when they should not. Obviously, I would say that if you feel like you can't connect with your animal and you want to know something, you should see an animal communicator. But obviously, you know, we can't do that 24/7. So I've kind of broken down the 4 most important times that I think are important to talk to your animal. Mostly just because it's something that a lot of people don't think about. So the first one that I always say is whenever you're bringing a new pet in the household, definitely talk to an animal communicator. Now, this is not a PSA of like, come see me because I said that these times are important. These are times that are very important for your pets to be able to communicate their needs to you. So whenever you would adopt a pet, you're bringing in a whole new personality, a whole new energy into your home. And, you know, if it's just you, and it's the first pet that you're bringing in, you still need to know, you know, hey, what's this personality going to be like? How is this going to change my life? You know, what does this pet need? And, you know, often I've found that some people, they get pets offline, or they go into rescues, or, you know, they get pets from breeders, and they really have no idea what this animal is like, just because of the process of adoption is usually just like, hey, sign the papers and you get to take them home, and you know nothing about this pet. Especially rescues and shelters, you have no idea where they're coming from. And so it's always good to kind of know what animal you're bringing into your house. And sometimes, you know, not saying that that's going to influence you to not get a pet, but sometimes if you're choosing between 3 or 4 dogs and you have no idea which one to pick, you're just choosing based off of pictures, you know, sometimes it's helpful to have a breakdown of personality. So I did this for my mom's dog. They were going to get a dog from another state, so they couldn't actually meet the dog ahead of time, and all they had were 3 different pictures of 3 different male dogs. They all look the same, so it's kind of just like a guess, like, okay, I guess we'll go with the second one. And so that's why I always recommend seeing a psychic, because maybe you can just have a more informed decision. Hey, this one's personality is going to be more independent. Hey, this one's going to be more of a troublemaker. Hey, this one's not going to get along with your other pets. You know, even if they're wrong in the long term, at least you have a little bit more information than just a photo from a breeder. So that's the first thing I recommend to see a pet psychic for. It's always good to know who you're bringing into the house, how it's going to affect you, how it's going to affect the animal. You know, a good animal communicator should be asking, you know, what do you need from this family? What do you want out of a family? Are you wanting to be adopted by this family? So sometimes I kind of communicate their energy, like, hey, these are these people. Does this feel like a good fit to you? And I kind of get their opinions on it and pass it off to the client. So the second reason I would say to go see an animal communicator is kind of tied with the first, but it's whenever you're introducing a pet to another pet. So sometimes, you know, people are bringing in pets for the first time, but sometimes you already have pets in the household. So it's important to, if you're bringing in a new pet, to talk to all the pets involved. So you want to make sure you talk to your current pets. Let them know that you're bringing new animals into the home. This is really important because sometimes we just don't let our pets know that we're bringing another animal into the house, and they're totally blindsided, and they can be hurt, and they can start acting out and causing problems. And so we want to let the animals in the house know, hey, I'm bringing in somebody else. Or, you know, if you're still in the process of looking, hey, I want to bring in another dog. What are your opinions? And so this happened when I was about ready to get my dog. I went to a pet psychic, and had her kind of look into it. And she said, she asked my cat's, you know, hey, she wants to bring in a dog, what are your opinions? And my cats were kind of like, that's okay, but we would prefer a female dog because they're just gonna work better. And that's kind of what the pet psychic gave to me. I didn't listen to the pet psychic. I regret it. We got a male dog, and ever since, my cats and my dog have been butting heads. Makes sense. The pet psychic totally predicted it. And that's something I wish I would have listened to, for sure. And so that's, you know, anytime you're introducing another pet into the household, I highly recommend speaking to somebody, because you want to talk to your pets in your house, let them know what's happening, let them know who's coming in. Also talk to this other animal and be like, hey, this is my family, I've got other pets in here, are you okay with this? What is this gonna look like? The third kind of most obvious time that I would recommend talking to an animal communicator is anytime you have problems. So anytime the animal is having issues, obviously if it's an extreme medical problem, take them to the vet. You know, I never say, you know, come to me before a vet. I never say that. But anytime that your pet is sick and maybe the vets just haven't quite found what's going on, or maybe your pet has behavior problems, like they've been peeing in the house and you can't get them to stop. You know, maybe they have aggression problems. Anytime your pet has issues and you're having a hard time communicating and figuring out a solution, that's a great time to go see a pet psychic. And then the last time that I would recommend seeing a pet psychic for your animal is at the end of their life. And, you know, this can be sort of close, maybe when you know they're kind of coming to the end of their days. And I recommend this not to make you sad, not to cause any problems like that, but more to just find closure before the animal passes. And obviously you're still going to be sad and you're still going to need to find closure afterwards, but sometimes it's helpful to know, you know, if our pets, you know, want something before at the end of their life. Sometimes I found pets just want to be left alone and they want nothing to be different. They just want to be in the house with you and they would rather pass away like this. Other pets are in so much pain, they would rather end it sooner. Some pets, you know, maybe they could be helped with medical procedures, but they really don't like the vet and they really just don't want to deal with that and they don't want to cause you any pain. So they'd rather just kind of live their days out how they want. And so, you know, I find more often than not people coming to me looking for answers for a pet that had passed, and they're always like, you know, did I do it right? You know, is that what they wanted? Were they in pain? And so I always kind of just look at this as a preventative thing. You know, it gives you peace of mind. You know what your pet needs in that moment, and everyone feels a lot better. There's a lot less stress. And, you know, it helps your pet pass a lot easier than if you were to just kind of stress, put them through a whole bunch of things that they don't want, and then they pass, and then you're like, oh no, should I have done all of that? So those are the 4 times I would recommend seeing an animal psychic. I hope that information helps you guys. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do you have any other times that you go to see a pet psychic that I might have forgotten about? I'm curious to know when you guys go and when you don't. So go ahead and like this video if you enjoyed it, and feel free to share it with somebody if you feel like they could use the help of an animal communicator. And definitely subscribe to my channel. I have a ton of fun videos on communicating with pets and kind of how we can lead a more conscious life with our pets in our home. Awesome guys, thank you, and I'll see you in my next video.